Tonight on UI7 Live, we're following the latest updates on the ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. What the temporary end to the war could mean for gas and oil prices. Then, how Illinois Democrats are working to make abortions more accessible. Plus, it is a busy weekend in Champaign with Mom's Weekend and the Engineering Open House. We'll tell you how to avoid the traffic. All this and more as UI7 Live starts right now. Good evening. It's Wednesday, April 8th. I'm Caitlin Devitt.
And I'm Nathan Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us.
We're turning to breaking news on the U.S.-Iran war. Both countries have agreed to a 2-week ceasefire. This came right before Trump's deadline last night. Trump threatened, quote, "a whole civilization will die tonight." However, terms still aren't clear. Iran says the deal will allow them to charge ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz. But it's uncertain if other countries have agreed to this. Pakistan, the mediator for the deal, said fighting would pause in Lebanon, but as of this morning, Iran struck Beirut. As for Iran's missile and nuclear weapons, Pete Hegseth had this to say.
It's always been non-negotiable that they won't have nuclear capabilities. And so right now it's buried and we're watching it. We know exactly what they have, and they know that. And they will either give it to us, which the president has laid out. They'll give it to us voluntarily. We'll get it. We'll take it out. Or if we have to do something else ourselves, like we did in Midnight Hammer or something like that, we reserve that opportunity.
We do know so far 2 vessels have gone through the strait as of this morning.
Sticking with the Trump administration, the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, also called the SAVE Act, is the latest legislative push from President Trump. Here's what you need to know. If passed, it would require voters to show proof of citizenship when registering to vote. Then voters would have to show a photo ID at the time of voting. Currently, you cannot be asked for an ID when you vote, but you do need to show it when you register to vote. I sat down with Champaign County Clerk Aaron Ammons to ask how this could impact voters in Champaign County. He says the act could complicate the process, specifically for college students.
So that would disrupt our students, for instance. If they want to, many of the students, they have the legal right to vote where they go to school or back home. They cannot do both. But a lot of the students at the University of Illinois and even Parkland, if they've come from a different city or a different state, then they have to register here in Champaign County. So if they now have to produce a passport or a birth certificate, they won't have those items with them, so they wouldn't be able to register and vote here locally.
Governor J.B. Pritzker is calling for federal action as economic pressure builds against Midwest farmers. In a letter to congressional leaders, Pritzker says global instability and tariffs are driving up costs for fuel and fertilizer, all the while shrinking export markets. He's urging lawmakers to make year-round E15 ethanol sales permanent, saying it would boost corn demand and support struggling farmers. While a temporary federal waiver is in place, Pritzker says farmers need long-term certainty and short-term solutions to stay competitive.
But consumers aren't the only ones being hit by oil prices skyrocketing at the pump. Even major airlines are taking a hit. The national price of jet fuel has doubled after the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran on February 28. Prices jumped from about $2.50 per gallon before the attack to nearly $4.88 per gallon as of April 2nd. And that surge is forcing airlines to make some tough decisions, especially with overseas flights. United CEO Scott Kirby telling reporters late last month that the airline is preparing for oil to stay above $100 a barrel, and that's through 2027. He warned that supply issues, especially on the West Coast, could play a role in which routes get cut.
The U.S. Supreme Court will not hear a challenge to overturn an Illinois gun law. The Firearm Concealed Carry Act says that on public transit, people can only carry unloaded weapons. But this issue goes back to 2013 when 3 concealed carry permit holders filed a lawsuit. They argued for self-defense on public transit. They claimed their Second Amendment rights were being violated. Illinois attorneys pushed back. They said the law is consistent with legal precedent. Cook County State Attorney Eileen O'Neill Burke complimented the decision in a statement saying, quote, "Minimizing the risk from dangerous weapons is crucial to protect members of the public who use this vital public resource. We are pleased the Supreme Court agreed with our agreements, which will allow Illinois' common sense law banning firearms on public transportation to stand."
Illinois Democrats are pushing a new measure that would make abortion access cheaper. House Bill 5408 will allow people with limited or no medical insurance to get abortions. The bill will be funded by a provision in the Affordable Care Act that covers abortions in cases other than rape, incest, or the medical well-being of the mother. Insurance companies would have to collect at least $1 a month from each enrollee to go toward abortion. This bill is meant to give insurance companies more clarity on how to allocate funds. Illinois already requires insurance companies to cover abortion care by law, but this act would expand resources to those who can't afford it. And this April marks Sexual Assault Awareness Month, drawing focus to prevention and support on campus. Joy Ma took a closer look at how the Women's Resource Center is leading those efforts.
The coming of April not only marks the flower blossoms, but also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And the Women's Resources Center is working to educate students and promote a safer campus environment. The WRC is hosting a series of events throughout the month focused on education, prevention, and healing. These include workshops, discussions, and campus-wide campaigns encouraging students to speak up and support one another. Students say these efforts are important, but more visibility is still needed.
Yeah, I think they could advertise it more and have more resources.
According to the WRC, Sexual Assault Awareness Month is not just about recognizing survivors, but also about building a culture of consent and accountability on campus.
Celebrating and recognizing Sexual Assault Awareness Month in a community like our campus here at the University of Illinois is really important because we are also affected by sexual assault. And so building a culture of support for survivors and building a culture of prevention to say that we won't tolerate this type of violence in our community.
Organizers encourage students to attend events, access available resources, and take part in creating a safer campus environment. For more information on upcoming events, students can visit the WRC website.
Organizers say the goal is to keep these conversations going well beyond April. For more information on events and resources, students can visit the Women's Resource Center website. And the University of Illinois Springfield faculty is on strike after failing to come to a contract agreement. Tenure and tenure-track faculty have been trying to negotiate wage increases, among other concerns. Faculty sat through a 10-hour bargaining session on Thursday, and because no agreement was made, dozens of faculty members and supporters rallied on campus the next day. This is the first public university strike in Illinois since 2023, when all UI universities went on strike. Although the union is also on strike, they are still in the process of making negotiations.
In other University of Illinois news, the U of I system is now searching for its next president. The Board of Trustees has formed a search committee to find a replacement for current president Timothy L. Killeen. Mariah Petrova has a closer look at who will help make that decision. Mariah?
The search committee will be comprised of 23 members. It will include a board trustee, faculty, students, and among other administrative voices. Nominations for the Presidential Search Committee closed today, and the Board of Trustees will now vote on the members. Killeen has served as the president for University of Illinois Chicago, Springfield, and Urbana-Champaign since 2015. He announced in January that he would not renew his contract after 2027. Students say having a seat at the table in this process makes a real difference.
I think it's amazing that students get a say in picking the next UI system president because it makes you feel like your voice actually matters on campus.
The committee will begin reviewing nominations in the coming months as the search moves forward. Back to you.
Last week was the end of March Madness, but it could also be the end for prediction gambling in Illinois. Some states, including Illinois, have made gambling laws limiting the use of predictions markets. However, the Trump administration is suing Illinois over these restrictions. Governor J.B. Pritzker, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, and the Illinois Gaming Board are listed as defendants in the lawsuit. The Trump administration argues that prediction markets are not gambling games, but commodities. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission is arguing that Illinois laws go against uniform federal regulations.
Urbana-Champaign will have over 10,000 visitors in town for Mom's Weekend. All the must-go-to events and where to find parking when we come back.
Every day, we are here, turning classes into careers that change lives and research into solutions that save them. We are here, creating jobs, driving innovation, proving what's possible with purpose, passion, and creativity. We are here, serving our communities, working today for a stronger tomorrow for all. We are here.
An estimated 20,000 people will take to the Bardeen Quad this weekend for Granger's annual engineering open house. This year's open house theme, Forging the Future. The open house will highlight the role Granger innovations have played in the world. Engineering students of every discipline will be setting up exhibits to show off their work from the past year. There's also going to be keynote speakers, workshops, alumni panels, plus competitions for middle and high school students.
That won't be the only open house this weekend. Japan House is also hosting their annual spring open house. They will host hourly tea ceremonies and tea garden tours at a reduced price. This year, guest speaker John Powell will give a presentation on his experience being a Japanese garden designer. And if you're lucky, you may even catch the last of the blooming cherry blossom flowers. Tickets for the event are available online at japanhouse.illinois.edu.
Also this weekend, consider inviting your mom to campus. Mom's Weekend will kick off this Friday. Organized by the Illini Moms, the weekend is packed with activities designed just for mother figures. While most official mom events are sold out, there is still plenty to do around campus. You can catch a performance of Little Women at the Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, visit a craft and vendor fair, plus compete in a game night. For the full list of events this weekend, visit calendar.illinois.edu.
If your schedule is still looking a little empty, don't worry. We've got another event for you. Starting this Friday is the annual Boneyard Arts Festival. Every spring, the 3-day event is presented by the Champaign County's Art Council to showcase artists. The goal is to highlight the economic impact of the arts on local businesses, provide opportunities for artists to share and sell their work, and celebrate unique cultural traditions. From theaters and galleries to salons and retail stores, the celebration takes place in over 90 venues.
And with all these events and visitors coming into town, parking all over Champaign-Urbana is going to be limited. On Friday and Saturday, Lot E14 near State Farm Center will have free daytime parking plus a shuttle service to the engineering open house. And if you're looking for free overnight parking, check out the following lots listed on the screen. There's also going to be some street closures from West Springfield Avenue to South Matthew Street, and this is because of the engineering open house. So plan your driving schedule ahead.
The historical space mission Artemis II is headed back home. Stay tuned to hear more about a heartwarming story involving one of the astronauts. And will we see sunshine or spring showers for Mom's Weekend? UI7 Weather's David Flores has the latest after the break.
The College of Veterinary Medicine plays a unique role here at the University of Illinois. We've developed a series of 8-week practicums in which the academic training the students are receiving is blended with practical experiences with some of the experts that we have here at the college. In the Masters of Veterinary Science program, we're not only training people to think, we're also training them to do.
When we work together, we achieve the extraordinary. Across the state, we're breaking down barriers and bringing people together. And we're developing solutions that ensure all communities benefit from the progress that innovation inspires. The University of Illinois system is leading the charge to co-create a brighter future for everyone. Let's achieve the extraordinary together.
Welcome back to UI7 Live. We saw some rainy days last week. Will it be the same this week? UI7 Weather's David Flores has the latest forecast.
Yeah, today is just beautiful, and I know the past couple of days have been pretty cold out there. Now, if you're enjoying this weather, get ready. It will get a little bit cooler by the end of this week, but then by late this weekend, we are going to see temperatures increase even up to the 80s. Now, currently right now, the satellite, we're looking at some clouds, mid-level clouds that we saw early this morning, and they are slightly sticking around, but the sunshine is peeking through. It is generally blue here on campus, which has been very nice compared to the past couple of days we have seen here on campus. Right now, we're looking at temperatures around 68 degrees. They are partly sunny, and the winds are pretty strong from the south at 20 miles per hour. Now, as we see these hours progress, we're going to see these temperatures decrease to around 56 degrees as a low, but the clouds will start to go away, and it will be generally clear just in time for tomorrow morning. And the sunset time, finally, we're almost reaching to 7:30 p.m. here, but it's going to be 7:25 p.m. tonight. Now, tonight, we're looking at temperatures around 54 degrees, partly cloudy early, and then we'll see those the conditions start to clear out, and the winds will start to die down from the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, I just want to mention the system that we're going to see tomorrow morning north of us, north of Wisconsin specifically. There is a cold front in the Wisconsin-Minnesota area and a warm front in the northern part of Michigan. And this warm front is sucking up all this warm, moist air from the southern part of the U.S. And now this will stick around until the end of next week. But the good news is we will see a little slightly decrease of temperature on Friday because of the rain, but it will spike back up by Sunday to 80 degrees. Now, if you have any plans this weekend for Mom's Weekend, Friday will be raining in the morning, but if they decide to come around later in the afternoon, it should be clear out there, but it will still be overcast, so no more rain, and the temperatures will be a little bit cooler at 64 degrees, and the winds will be a little bit gusty, 10 to 15 miles per hour from the southwest. Now, Saturday, when most of the events happen, we're looking at temperatures around 65 degrees, not too much warmer than Friday, but we will see the sun pop out, and it'll just be generally beautiful because those winds from the east will be a lot lighter at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, on Sunday, we're going to look at temperatures completely increase to 80 degrees, and it will be sunny, but also be really breezy out there. We're looking at winds from the southerly southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now, average temperature finally reached 59 degrees, and look at these next 7 days. They're all going to be above average. Now, the warmest temperature is going to be on Sunday around 80 to 81 degrees, and then Monday, Tuesday, we're going to stick around the 80s, even upper 70s, but that does come with the cost. We will see some rain chances there as well. So as mentioned, Up until this weekend, we're going to see a little slight decrease to temperatures of around 65 degrees by Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to see a huge increase up to 80 degrees, but it will be very windy. And even on Monday, Tuesday, those warm days will be very windy, and then we'll see those rain chances occur. Now, if you want to stay updated whether these rain chances will stick around Champaign-Urbana, check out our social media, and we'll give you a daily forecast there.
Awesome. Thanks, David. Astronaut Reed Wiseman is making history as a part of NASA's Artemis II mission, orbiting the moon for the first time since the Apollo program. But this mission is also personal for Wiseman. He lost his wife, Carol, before she could see him reach space. During their lunar orbit, Wiseman and his crew spotted a small crater on the moon. They decided to name it Carol as a tribute to his late wife. Crew member Jeremy Hansen called it, quote, a bright spot upon here, and it belongs to her. The gesture serves as a moving reminder that even in the vastness of space, personal stories and legacies can leave a lasting mark. Local researchers are joining a major national effort to tackle one of the fastest growing health threats in the country, antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Scientists at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, have received a significant federal grant to track and test bacteria found in retail meat and seafood products sold in the state. They're looking for strains that are becoming harder to fight with standard antibiotics. This is a part of a broader public health surveillance network, coordinated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, among others. Health officials say this will help them stay ahead of emerging risks.
And still ahead, we'll tell you more about a special UI7 Newsroom event with the Granger College of Engineering. Don't go anywhere.
The Immerse Center for Immersive Computing at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign unites expertise across campus to shape the future of immersive computing. By blending the physical with the virtual, immersive computing is poised to transform healthcare, education, science, the arts, manufacturing, agriculture, retail, entertainment, and more. Our teams span immersive technologies, applications, and the human experience, with experts in hardware and software, AI and human-computer interaction, psychology and neuroscience, medicine, and the arts. We co-design across disciplines to deliver mobile, responsive, and trustworthy systems that enable rich, collaborative, all-day immersive experiences. Driven by real applications and centered on human experience, we work hand in hand with industry. We build real systems. We are redefining how people design, learn, and interact with computing.
From harnessing the transformative power of computing and data sciences, to discovering new ways for environmental and agricultural sustainability, to opening new pathways for better patient care and medical discovery using AI. At Illinois, we develop and deliver ideas that positively impact the world.
The University of Illinois was built to serve everyone. That means we're building solutions for you, no matter where you are. From growing food and expanding healthcare to training teachers and first responders, you'll find us in every county in our state and every neighborhood across the nation. As a public university, our impact isn't just for those who study here. It's for your family and your community. No matter where you are part of what we're building. You are an Illini.
This day in history, Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record. On April 8th, 1974, Aaron hit his 715th home run, breaking Ruth's record of 714 home runs. The hit was the fourth inning pitch off the Los Angeles Dodgers' Al Downing, with the largest crowd in the history of Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Aaron continued to play for 2 more years after breaking Ruth's record, and in 1976 retired from the big leagues with a total of 755 career home runs. He was later inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And one last thing, in Champaign-Urbana, teens are getting help preparing for prom thanks to a local community effort. The 5th annual CU Prom giveaway is providing students with free dresses, suits, shoes, and accessories. The goal? To make sure costs don't prevent anyone from attending prom. Organizers say the event continues to grow each year, and that's thanks to strong community donations and volunteers. Students were able to try on outfits and take home everything they needed for their big night at no cost. Organizers say beyond saving money, the event is about helping students feel confident and included during an important high school milestone. Any remaining formal wear will be donated to local groups to continue helping students in the future.
And then one more thing before you go, today is National Empanada Day. This tasty pastry can be made differently all over the world depending on certain regions and cultures. The name empanada comes from the Galician, Portuguese, and Spanish verb empanadar, which means to wrap or coat in bread. To celebrate this delicious day, try some empanadas from the Empanadas House, Manolo's Pizza Empanadas, or Rick's Bakery.
And one more thing before we go, make sure to tune in Friday to UI7 Newsroom's live presentation of the 2026 Engineering Open House. And now that is all we have for you this week. If you've missed any part of our show, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Vimeo, Roku, and do not forget UI7newsroom.com.
And be sure to follow us on Instagram for all your latest Champaign County news. We'll be back next Wednesday.
Have a good evening.